Hello. Hello, everyone. I'm going to increase the brightness on this bad boy because it's a little dark today. Hi, Steph. Order has been restored because you're here. Oh my gosh. I'm also going to expand the screen. Oh, but I do want to put in today's optional playlist. Yeah, things aren't right until we're together. Hey, Nicolette. Also, we have Pi here, but she's just going to be supporting from right there. Hi, Pi. Oh, sweet baby. I know, the face kills me. I bought her that cat tree and I was like really stoked on it, but she didn't like it where I put it originally because it was like a little too high for her because she's not the most athletic cat. Like when you think of cats that can like climb trees, that is not my child. So I had to put it next to the desk so that she can hop on the desk and then get in the basket. Huh, Pi. Especially now you're getting older, so like I don't want to stress you out, right? So happy Monday. Again, we've got a few minutes till we get going. But it's our last Monday class of this month because I'm taking next Monday off. It's going to be nice. I have some friends coming from San Diego, so, you know. So we're going to keep it easy. Oh, shit, Pi. That's a really cute shape. Oh, Nicolette, that's so cute. Yeah, I mean, sometimes we have these animals in our lives surround them. I'm like, I will do everything I can to make this cat's life awesome. Hey, Jenna. Or it could just be Jen. Yeah. Story of my life. Yeah, she's got like the food's instant, so much water all over the house. I just love you, Pi. And I feel like everybody else does too. Hi, Beatrice. So we've got props and stuff that could be handy. We've got some blocks. Honestly, whatever y'all need for today, because even though it says master class, you know, it's not going to be like, well, I don't know. Everybody's ability level is different when they step into a class, right? So something that could be moderately difficult for me could be incredibly difficult for you or not difficult at all. So, you know, Do what feels right for you. I'm just going to bump this up like a touch. Boom, that's perfect. But we will be doing a lot of grounded stuff today. We're going to be on the ground. Be on the ground. Hey, Shayla. Hey, Gemma. Yeah, have your water. Have your space set up. And if you're tuning on through YouTube or if you're coming in through Patreon, you can always just open up the link into YouTube and do the chat function that way. That's cool. Also, before we get going, can I share some good news with you guys? So I've been like having the biggest headache trying to get my name changed. Hey, Lauren. And finally today, the boss of all bosses, my new social security card came in with my new name. And I'm like, ugh. I sent it to Kamara. I was like, look, I am really your wife now. There's no mistakes. There's no ways to get out of it. We're fucking stuck together. So I'm like, thank you to the powers that be at Social Security. Oh, fuck. What a process. I really do not wish that on my on my worst enemies, having to call Social Security. All right. So again, I put the playlist in there, but you can always listen to whatever you want to. This is just how I woke up today. This was my vibe. You vibe on your vibe. Because to me, I feel like music should always be inspiring. And Nicolette, yeah. And then that's the flip side, right? All right, cuties. So let's get going. Let's do this thing. I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb because everybody can leave me alone. I've got blocks towards the top. And we're going to have a seat. But I want you to place your feet on the ground, like hip width distance apart. Yeah. And I want you to sit up nice and tall. I want you to feel like, I don't know if you can feel like your booty meat, like move out of your way when you sit up on your sit bones. Mine does. It goes like bloop, bloop. And then I know that I'm up on these bad boys. And I want you to open up your chest, pull onto your shin bones, broaden your collarbones. And I want you to feel the muscles between your shoulder blades, your rhomboids, and all the scapular structures help you to sit up taller, yeah? Softly tilt your chin up towards the sky. Take a big breath in. And with your exhale, curl your tailbone underneath so that you kind of roll back onto like the upper butt cheek, almost low back tailbone area. Good. And again, sit all the way up. Feel your sit bones connect to the earth. Soft tilt up of the chin and pull it back. I literally feel it every time. Boop, boop, and I'm up. Lift the chin. And again, curl back. Now this time, I want you to hold your C curve. Reach your arms forward, connect the fingertips, and we're going to do a nice slow roll down. Good. Once your head, your neck, and your shoulders connect, bring your arms up above you towards like the upper hand corners and spread your feet out so that you're in a big X. We're going to make a shape called banana asana, one of my favorites. Why would I not want to be a banana? Unless you're like allergic to them, of course. Right ankle is going to cross on top of the left. Left hand is going to find your right wrist, and you're going to plane your body over to the left. So you're creating some lateral flexion in your spine. It's meant to be really restorative, meant to feel really nice. Cool. Let's plane you back to center. And you're going to do the same thing other side. Uncross, recross, left ankle on top of right. Right hand grabs left wrist. Pull up, plane yourself over towards the right hand side. Just a gentle side body opener, y'all. All right. Let's plane you all the way back to center. Open up yourself back into an X. I'm kind of making the worst decision of my life, clipping a microphone on a large sweatshirt, but whatever. I want you to flex your feet. And we're going to lift up your left leg towards the ceiling. Yeah. Ooh, feeling nice and tight. Right hand is going to try to reach up and touch your toes. Return everything back down to the ground. So good. Right leg lifts up. Left hand is going to try to reach up and touch those toes. So we're going to do this a couple times side to side to get our abdominals awake. Left leg, right arm. Right leg, left arm. That's it. And you're going to keep going. I feel like an enormous amount of engagement in my obliques when I do this one. Good. We're going to keep going for like total of 30 more seconds. Cross, cross. Cross, cross. Good. Last 15. I'm not touching because I'm trying to keep my microphone away from my face. Hey, Adrian, I love you. Okay, last 5. We're doing these little crissy-crossy taps. 4. Get one more in on the right. Yeah. One more in on the left. Make yourself into a big X again. Point your toes, reach through your fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, bring everything in. Pull your knees in towards your chest. Fingertips go into your knee pits. Now we're going to roll back and roll ourselves up onto those sit bones in a boat, which you can prep with your toes on the ground or you can float them up. Y'all, again, contract, roll back, and up. Remember what I was talking about earlier with that lifted position? That's what you want to try to create when you roll into your boat. Good. You can give yourself some extra credit and even reach the arms forward. Or you can be a total psychopath on this Monday morning. Attach your forearms onto your shins. And try to keep them attached as you roll back and forward. Good. Keep rolling. I'm going to take off this sweatshirt because I just know it's going to be a shit show if I don't. Good. Rocking back and forth, rocking back and forth. Last 10 seconds. Ooh. Good. And then use the momentum of your next rock to take yourself all the way through to tabletop position. All 4s, hands and knees. Good. You can like roll through it. You can cross your shin bones or just sit off to one side. Now, in that tabletop, I want you to bump your hips side to side. We did this in Michelle's class. Yeah? Bump. Bump. Feel the openness into the hips. Good. Finish off your last bump to the right. Good. Your last bump to the left. And then start with your cat-cows. Reach the heart space forward. Breath in. Exhale, round and contract. As you contract, I want you to really notice what your arms are doing. We want the arms to relatively stay in one place. I like to work my external rotation since my hands are fixed on the ground. That way I'm encouraging that same scapular engagement that we were talking about earlier when we were doing our nice grounded sit-ups. Good. The next time you come back to a neutral tabletop position, I want you to walk your knees back. The shoulders are going to shift back with you. And then push your shoulders back over your wrists. So you're almost in this like nice modified plank position. So good. Now start to swoop your hips over to the left. We're going to kind of marry everything together. Swoop them back behind you, over to the right, and back to the front. So you're taking these full circles. Take creative liberties. That can look like lifting up your feet, kind of going forwards into almost like a back bend. Yeah, this will be more like your floor work type of stuff. If you're, doing that type of stuff, reverse your directions because everybody needs a bit of the love. All right. And now that you're nice and balanced, push yourself back, forwards till the shoulders are stacked over your wrists. Tuck the toes, lift up into a high plank. I want you to hold in this high plank position. Fortify your quadriceps. Yeah, those are going to lift right up off of your kneecaps, and they're going to enable you to have a lot more length into the tailbone so that you're creating that posterior tilt. Good. Now push into the ground. I want you to create protraction across your shoulder blades. Feel the core tuck in, and then feel the muscles of your pecs contract. Yeah. See if that contraction can even work itself closer towards your sternum bone. Oh, yeah. Get in there. Didn't know we would be engaging these boobies so hard today, did we? Take a breath in. Good. Stay there with your breath out. One more time. Inhale, breath. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. There you go. Now take as much movement as you need in your downward facing dog. That can look like movement in your hips again. That can look like movement with your head and your neck. You can shake it out no, shake it out yes. Maybe push back and forwards a few times. And then I want you to settle into stillness. Let spinal length be your priority in this shape. So if you need to say bend your knees a little bit, lift your heels off the ground, maybe pull the ribs in, especially my loves with the flexible backs, you're going to have to pull those ribs in to try to create a little more lengthening. I want you to take 5 breaths. Still in that downward facing dog, please. Yeah, this is how we warm up those shoulders. Hello, good morning. Even if you're in Europe right now and you're like, baby, it's 6:00 at night. Yeah, good morning to you too. 2 more breaths. Good. All right, let's take a step towards the top of your mat. Both of your feet behind your wrists. Feet flat. Good. Let the upper body hang. Maybe thumbs to opposing elbow creases. Hands behind your head, interlacing the fingers, letting it collapse around your head like a big cocoon. And we'll roll you all the way up to standing. Once you get up to stacked, walk your feet together, big toes touch, and create length into your tailbone. Now I want you to engage your pelvic floor, feeling it lift. What does that feel like? Maybe it's like trying to stop yourself from peeing, yeah? So we're trying to get into your Mula Bandha. Now I want you to pull the space kind of right where your solar plexus is, also inwards. Slightly lengthen the back of your neck so that the chin is tucked. We're creating a Mahabandha, or a 3-part lock. Kind of a similar sensation, almost like we were in a plank, but standing. Now keep all those elements. Reach your arms up to the sky. Big breath in. And with your exhale, let's take an open twist to your right. Good. Feel that stretch into the right side bicep, even into the shoulder and the pec muscle. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, open up your twist to the left. Keep bumping your left hip bone forwards, please. Inhale, bring yourself back up. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hip line. Take it down towards the earth. Halfway lift, big breath in. Let's remember this shape that we did earlier in the month. We're going to do a crouch and curl. Fingertips or hands on blocks. You're going to lift your heels, bend your knees. Ass doesn't go down to the heels. Keep it in alignment with your knees or above. Contract into the tailbone. Feel the navel lift up and off of your thighs. And then forward fold, plant your hands. Let's step back into high plank. Glide your body weight forwards and lower your knees down to the ground. Your hips are not back. The shoulders are over the wrists and the pelvis is forward. Now lower your chest and your chin down to the ground. Your booty is going to stay up towards the sky. Nice. Now tuck your tailbone, roll yourself out onto the ground, and show me your Bhujangasana low cobra. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Engage your quads so that the kneecaps lift. So good. Push yourself back into tabletop and through to downward facing dog. Reset, breath in. And reset with your breath out. Let's keep going and let's add on. Lift your heels. Good. Bend your knees, look to the top, and travel to the top. Go hip width distance again. Take that moment to decompress the spine. Thumbs into elbows, hands behind the nape of the neck. If you're really looking for a deep forward fold, this is Mama TL's favorite. You'll wrap the arms around the back of your legs. And then after they cross, the hands are going to find the front of your shin bones. Yeah, so it makes like a little X. And then, of course, you pull yourself deeper. But that's if you need it. If you don't need it, you don't need it. One more breath in. And one more breath out. So good. Whatever the variation is, let it go. Roll yourself up to standing. And then walk your feet together. Big toes touch. Sweep the arms up to the sky, creating Maha Bandha, and then open up your twist to the right. Hips are unaffected because you are so fucking grounded. Yeah. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale, open up your twist to the left. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, forward fold. Take it down. Hinge from the hips. Halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, crouch and curl. Lift your heels into releve, bend your knees 90 degrees. Butt is in alignment with the knees or above it. I want you to curl up. Think cat back. Good. And then forward fold, plant your hands, step back into a high plank position. Now you can do the knees, chest, chin situation again, rolling out into your Bhujangasana or Chaturanga. Glide forward, bend the elbows. Good. Upward facing dog or that low cobra. And then exhale, we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Push the hips up and back. That's it. Reset, breath in. Reset, breath out. All right, we got one more round of this Sun A, heels high, bend your knees, look forward. Good, travel to the top. Again, we're sticking in this forward fold. Any of those options, or grab for the big toes. Pull yourself deep. You can also take your hands under your feet for Padahastasana. Yeah. Padas and your hastas, making connection. Palms are touching the bottoms of your feet, please. Try to get your toes up to your wrist creases if you are taking that variation. Last 3. Last 2. Good. And 1. Whatever your variation is, release it. Take yourself back up to standing. Big toes walk together. Sweep the arms up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, open up into your twist. Yes, that's it. Inhale, take it back up. Exhale, open up to the left. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Crouch and curl, or if you're feeling ready for it, Bakasana, crow position. So this is one of my favorite first inversions or beginning of an inversion to teach. I like getting into it from here because all you do is open up the knees, plant your hands flat, and attach your knees to triceps, anywhere on the triceps. You can lean forward and keep your feet on the ground just to feel the sensation. You can pick up a foot, both feet, hold it for 5. My friends that are doing this crow, jump backs are available to you if you need it. What's up, Denisha? I love you. Mwah. Last 3 seconds here. Good. 2 and 1. Let's take it back. You can hop back, step back, blah, 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 whatever you want. We're meeting back in downward facing dog. Now let's stay in this downward facing dog. Separate the feet out a little bit. Walk the hands back a little bit. I want you to try to get fully grounded on all fours. We're going for a twist because we've been doing these. Right hand to the outside of your left leg. Look underneath your left shoulder. Now my hips automatically lean to the left with me. Counter that. Bump them back to center and stabilize through your left shoulder. This is one of the best unilateral exercises you can do for shoulder stabilization. That's going to help you get into things like handstands, asymmetrical funky shit, which we're going to try to throw in here today. Last 3. I'm vibing to my playlist, even though you can't hear it. 2. Good. Last 1. Take the right hand back down to the ground. Make sure it's even. And then let's go into your down dog twist on the other side. Left hand finds the outside of the right leg. Try to peek underneath your right arm and then bump the hips back to center. Ooh, that's when I feel everything hug around that shoulder blade. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that left hand down towards the ground. Bend into your knees so that you're in a floating tabletop position. Good. Rock heels over to the left. Give yourself a little twist. Back to center, heels over towards the right. Good. We're going to do this side to side a little bit. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1, keep both of your heels over to the left. Lift your right arm up off the ground. Extend your left leg out towards the side. Pick up that left foot and bring it back to center. Good. Heels over to the right. Left arm picks up. Right leg extends out. Lift the right leg. Take it back to center. Let's try to do that, but a little bit quicker. Heels to the left. Maybe it never touches the ground. Yeah, take it back and over. If your arms are dust, you're almost out. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Floating tabletop. Lean forward and push it back to forward fold at the back of your mat. Soft knees, roll yourself all the way up to standing. And then sweep the arms up to the sky. So good. Hands come onto your hips, or if you're feeling down for this chest expansion stuff, hands are going to come all the way behind you, interlace the fingers. Lengthen through the arms, lift your chest. Big breath in. Exhale, chest expansion, forward fold. Hinge from the hip line. Take it down. The amount of space that you're going to get in your own shoulders is really up to you. If the hand grip is eluding you, you can help yourself get closer by holding on to something like a towel or a yoga strap or a t-shirt. Literally, almost anything can get used in place of a strap. Last 5. Good. 4, 3. That's it. 2. And release. Bend the elbows. Take your hands down to the ground. Walk yourself out into a high plank position. We're going to do a little more shoulder conditioning, okay? Don't get mad at me. Take your forearms down onto the ground so you're in a forearm plank. Of course, all of this can also get done with your knees on the ground too. Scapular push-ups. We're going to squeeze the shoulder blades and separate. Squeeze, separate. We got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the shoulder blades separate. Lower your hips down towards the earth, keeping the toes tucked. Open up your chest to the front, and then push yourself back up. Yeah? Inhale, hips down, open chest. Exhale, push. Inhale, open. Exhale, push. We've got 5. We've got 4. Oh, this is awful. I'm dying. Good. Last 2. Last 1. Walk yourself up to high plank and back into down dog. Lord have mercy. Left foot is going to stay on the ground. Right leg is going to lift. Step the right foot between your hands. And we're going to get set up for warrior 1. So adjust the back heel. Stack your shoulders above your hips. And take a second to acclimate both your ankle and your pelvis to get into warrior 1. Arms are going to reach up towards the sky. Try to commit to the bend in your front knee and into pressing the outer edge of your left foot onto the ground. All those things want to happen at once. I know those shoulders are like, ah. Okay, listen. Breath in. Exhale, take your hands onto hips or behind you. We're going to go into humble warrior. Lift your chest with a breath in. Exhale, start to work right shoulder down towards your right knee. Keyword towards does not have to touch. You can be here. That's a humble. Here, that's a humble. Here, that's a humble. If ye be flexi, flexi, lexies. Shoulder can come to the inside of the leg, but I don't want you to swing your butt out to do that, okay? Try to swing your butt bones so they point to the back of your mat. You're here for 3. Good, you're here for 2. Woo. Collect yourself. Bring yourself all the way back up into your warrior 1. Arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, take your hands down, frame the right foot. Get out of there with a chaturanga if you want to take that. Good. You can also just step back to downward facing dog, and we're going to do the other side. Left leg lifts. Good, nice and square. Step your left foot between your hands. Get yourself set up, warrior 1. Stack. And again, what do you need to do? Widen your stance. Shorten your stance. What combo of things do you need? Arms reach up. Take the hands behind you or on the hips. Humble warrior, other side. Start to move towards the thigh. Any amount with all of those tendons in place. So what I'm hoping that we take away from this month is how important it is to have proper foot placement, proper foundations, pulling up from the pelvic floor, relying on the placement of our feet, thinking of these pieces as the cornerstones for our movement that is safe and that is accessible. You've got 3 more breaths here. I like to start it off slow, so once we start to pick up pace and move, you're moving with all that knowledge up here. Good. Final breath. And then bring yourself all the way back up, reaching the arms up to the sky, and then take the hands down. Frame the foot, high to mid plank, moving through chatas if you want it. Knees, chest, chins. We're back into downward facing dog. Good. Another round of different shoulder conditioning for us. I want you to take your right hand and try to tap your left foot. Bring yourself forward into high plank again. And push back, same thing, other side. You don't have to like fully twist, but I want you to come forwards and backwards. Unfortunately, today's gonna be very shouldery. Very twisty, very shouldery. But I do it because I love you. "15 seconds. If you're over my shit, you can stay in down dog. We're on our last 5, 3, 2, and 1. Back into down dog, right leg lifts. This time, open up your hip. Get some space into your pelvis. Right knee is going to come forwards and tap your right tricep. Inhale, right leg lifts again. Exhale, right knee, left tricep. Inhale, right leg lifts. Straight down the center, low lunge. Warrior 1. Exhale, hands come behind you, interlace. Lift your chest. Exhale, humble warrior. Stay humbled for a breath in and a breath out. Now look at your right big toe. Release your hands. Place them forward in front of you, and let's lift up into a standing split. So in that original position, we had this opening in the left hip. Do the best you can right now to square off a little bit, yeah, and then lift from that squared position. Soften your right knee a little bit, and then re-elongate to coax a little more space. Good, big step to the back of your mat. Let's open up into Vira 2. Adjust the heel. This time it's going to be running parallel to the back edge of your mat. Flip your right palm. Reverse warrior, gain space into your side body. Exhale, side angle, elbow can rest onto the thigh for this first one. Left arm reaches up to the sky. Keep the tailbone underneath you. Back into reverse warrior, big breath in. Exhale, low lunge, take yourself down, framing your right foot. Let's work a twist. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Heel toe your right foot a little bit wider. We're gonna go into horizon lunge. So roll to outer edge of your left foot. Notice how my right foot is turning with me. And then you can lower the hip down towards the earth as you reach this right arm to the back of your space. Big side body stretching, big hip opening. Take yourself all the way back. Right hand should land to the inside of this right leg. Squeeze the inside of your right knee into the tricep and just try to bend the right leg, floating it off the ground. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Chaturanga, Ekapada if you want it. Urdhva. And Adho. Left leg lifts. Open the hip. And let's take your left knee towards your left tricep. Inhale, left leg high. Good. Exhale, left knee to right tricep. Left leg back high. Knee to nose. Let's step through. Straight down the center, low lunge. Get set up. Warrior 1. Arms reach up to sky. Humble warrior. Hands come behind you. Lift your chest. And then create your dive. Here for a breath in. Here for a breath out. Spot your left big toe. Release the hands. Walk it forward and bring yourself into standing split. Again, the hip was oriented open, so try to square off here. Soften your standing leg, create a little more height, and then re-elongate the leg. That's how we really get to sneak into more of a 12 and 6 o'clock. Bend your standing leg, big step back into warrior two we go. Inhale, reverse, side body stretch. Yo. Exhale, side angle, left arm down, right arm high. I like to start on the thigh personally and really work the pelvis underneath me. Go. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, low lunge. Let's take it all the way down. Oof. All right, we work into our twist, left arm up. Heel toe the left foot wider. And then let's roll to outer edge of right foot. Turn the left foot with you. Lowering the right hip, reaching your left arm back. Good. Sweep it all the way back. Left hand hopefully lands to the inside of your left hand. Now I want you to squeeze the left knee in towards that left arm. Stabilize and pull the left heel in towards your butt. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2. Grip fingers. 1. High to mid. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. We've got one final round of this. You guys, you're doing it. Stay with me. Big breaths in. Big breaths out. Right leg lifts. Open up your hip, bend into your knee. If it feels really good, drop this right foot behind you and push and lift through the hips. Stabilizing unilaterally on that left arm. Good. Bring it back around. Right knee taps, right tricep. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee, left tricep tap. Maybe you extend it out again. Reach the left arm up this time, fallen triangle. Return the left hand down. Right leg lifts up. Knee to nose. Big step through low lunge. Warrior one. Last one on this side. Hands come behind you, interlace the fingers. We're not going into humble warrior. We're actually going to go into toppling tree. So push forwards, take off, and slowly start to tilt down. Front knee can bend. Hold it. We're going to standing splits in 3, 2, and hands down, standing splits. Nice. You can stay here and play in a few ways. Knee to calf taps. Maybe the shoulders are feeling really good. You're feeling really warmed up. And you want to play with handstand hops. Yeah. Now, if you're going to play with those handstand hops and you want to use a wall, make those adjustments for yourself. Do the safe things that you want to do. My biggest cue that I like to do for those hops, instead of using the leg that's lifted for momentum, think about your bottom leg doing most of the prep work for you, right? So bend, hop, hop. That way you can find a little more stack. Ooh, and a little more freedom there. It's also going to give you a really big blast of cardio. Good. Keep playing wherever you are. Last 5 seconds. Good. Right foot is down on the ground. Step yourself back. We're going into warrior 2. Flip your right palm, reverse warrior. Get some space into your side body. Good. With your exhale, side angle, elbow on thigh, or working your way all the way down. If you're working all the way down, make sure that the pelvis can get underneath you. Very good. Now bring it all the way back up, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge, and into your low lunge twist. Heel toe the right foot open, move into your horizon lunge. Keep the position, just lift your hips Bring yourself into any version of side plank you want. I'm going for a little tree version here with kind of a back bend. But again, whatever your little heart desires. And bring it through. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Let's work the other side. Left leg lifts. Open the hip. If it felt right on the other side and it feels right here, drop it back. Push your hips up. Good. Return. Left knee, left tricep. It just taps. Left leg high. Left knee, right tricep. Cross it underneath. Extend it out. Lift. Fallen triangle. Yeah. Long lines. Bring it up. Left leg to sky. Knee to nose. Step through low lunge. Up into your warrior one. And hands behind you. No humble. Yeah. We're just going through our toppling tree. So lean into the front foot. Take off, square off, and start to tilt forwards. I like to bend my standing leg, again, to give me space, and then challenge further forwards. For 3, for 2, standing splits on 1. Again, you can hang out, vibe on the splits, or taps. Or you were being a little cardio monster and you wanted to play with your handstand hops. Top leg doesn't want to change. That's fixed. Bottom leg is what's going to do your propulsion. Yeah. Same thing in dance mechanics, working from a grounded space to twist, to turn, to jump. Okay. Same concepts here. It's all about joint stacking. We've got about 5 more seconds. And left foot will find the ground again. Right foot takes a big step back so that you work into your warrior 2. Whew. Those handstands making me feel drunk. Reverse warrior. I was like, what are words? Exhale, side angle, elbow on or down. If you're going for depth, think about pelvis forward. All right, reverse, bring it up. I know, strong thighs. And bring it down, low lunge. Twist and start to open up. Left foot, heel toes towards the outer edge of your mat. Horizon lunge. Keep the horizon shape, lift the hips, and get ready for a side plank. Good, last 3. Good, last 2. Boop, boop, boop. And 1, bring yourself all the way through. And on the back end, more time to hold in a down dog, to break in a child's pose or in a kneeling position, or to intensify your life. Yeah? Forearms can come down. I know I'm always throwing out these forearm things. Yeah? So dolphin pose. Forearms can come down to the ground. Just this, holding for a while, is really excellent conditioning for your shoulders. You can make, add insult to injury. A couple of these little dolphin pushies. Even working on your Pincha Mayurasana, your forearm stand, great. Or something I wanted to add in today, which is an asymmetrical Pincha Mayurasana. So one of your forearms will be on the ground, And the other hand will be on the ground in a chaturanga shape. It's literally the same arm, just closer towards your ribs. Yeah? Boom. Now, the way that I like to get into this, you can go through, a single-legged entry. Sometimes I like to go out to the side. Ooh. But really fun for the shoulders, really funky, and really weird. Yeah? So again, everybody's going to want something different at this point in class. So I want to give everybody the option for both. I'm going to drill my other side so that I don't get all uneven. But this right shoulder is my weaker shoulder, so I have to just be more careful. Oof. Yeah, that's a situation right there. All right, my loves. Once you're done playing, we're going to meet towards the center of our mat. Up onto our toes, and we're going to rise all the way up to standing. Okay, so we'll turn to one side of our mats, and we're going to work our wide-legged folds with even more variation and options within that. So, wider than hip width distance, slight internal rotation. Hinge from your hip line, extending your sit bones back, and melting your way down. We're going to take 2 breaths here. And let's elongate into a half lift. Rise all the way up into standing. And then hands are going to come behind you, interlacing into our very last chest expansion. I'm going to bring my legs a little bit closer for this one, personally. Up to you. Lift your chest, breath in. Exhale, hinge forward, opening up chest and shoulders. Good. Let's bend the elbows, release the hands. Same thing, a little bit of a halfway lift. And then rise all the way up to standing. Good. Now, if you walked yourself in a little bit, that's good. I want us all to meet with the feet, not hip width distance, a little bit wider, but not our widest, okay? Now I want you to bend into your knees, make sure that the feet went into parallel position, arms right in front of you. Lean off to your left-hand side, fingertips touch the earth, elevate through your right leg. Good. Now bend into the right knee, pull everything into a neutral position so it's right behind you. You can stay right here. You can check balance with hands at heart center. This is a big grounding exercise. Or my tough little option today is working into a twist. Left arm is going to reach behind you for the outside of your right leg. And I want you to try to kick that foot up towards the sky. I know, I feel like a speed skater right now. Last 3. Last 2. And 1. Maybe you keep it all floating because your ass is solid. Step it over to the other side. Oh, let's go. Fingertips to the earth. Left leg lifts up. Bend into the left knee. Move it into neutral position behind you. You can stay right here. Again, standing leg has a bend. Test your groundedness, your balance. with hands at heart. I want you to notice if you're falling into the hip socket, right? This is me relying on my flexibility. This is me pulling up through my core. Yeah? Now you can stay here or work the twist. Good. Brutal. 5. My heart's beating. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Maybe you stick it without the hands, out to the side, and step yourself back to the center. Forward fold, take it down again. And here's your final opportunity for any last inversions or deeper versions of wide fold. Maybe you're in the mood for straddle presses. Maybe you're more in the mood for going down into middle splits. It's up to you. We got about 30 seconds here. If you're working those straddle splits, cool. And if you're feeling really strong, you can even try to work all the way down to a straddle sit from that press up. It's been a minute. So you go to your press, tuck, 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 lean, 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 and bring yourself down to your butt. Because this is where we're going. All right, whether you're middle splitting or if you're handstanding or practicing your straddle press down into your sit, let's meet here. And your right leg is going to bend. Come to the inside of your left thigh. And we're going to side body stretch over to your left. Ooh. This is like side body medicine right now. All right, bring it up. Watch the action of the butt. Foot to the ground. Nothing's going to make sense. You're not bound by the rectangle anymore, okay? You're squared off towards this angle. Right hand behind you. Get your twist in. Good. Back to center. Open up the leg back out to the side. Same thing to the other side. Left sole of the foot, right inner thigh. And side stretch. All right, bring it up. Scoot the butt in. Cross it to the outside, and we twist. Right elbow outside of the thigh, rotate. That was tough. If you're still here, holy smokes. Very rude. All right, let's untwist it, bring it out, shorten it up. One final Mula Bandha check. Oh no, and then you're done, I promise. Frame your right leg with your hands, and you've got 3 steps. You can keep everything on the ground, lengthen the spine, and push through the arms straight. You can do all of that and lift your butt, or do all that and lift your butt and your feet. Yeah, all of them. We're going to go up for 5 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. Up we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Other side, and then I'm going to leave you alone. Hands are going to frame up your left thigh. Again, you'll just practice pushing straight, pushing and lifting your butt, or lifting everything up. We're going to go in 3, in 2, and here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh. All right, let's take it to the front. Walk my geriatric ass forwards. Ooh. And then let's roll it down and lay onto our back. So good. All right, we're going to go into a twist. I want you to pick up both of your feet, scoot your hips to the right, separate, and land in this double stag position. I wanted to offer this so that you could potentially go into cat grabbing its tail, reaching for inner edge of left foot with your right hand and outer edge of your right foot with your left hand. It can also just be on top of your knee if the foot grab is too intense. That way we get a little bit of a quad release here. Good. Breath in and breath out. Let's release. Take yourself back to center. Scoot. Using those abs and bringing yourself into our last twist with the option of cats grabbing tails, because yes, I love this song. Krungbin makes me really happy. All right, if you're a kitty cat grabbing any sorts of tails, let's bring ourselves back. And if there's any last shapes you feel like you need before you settle into a Savasana, maybe for you it's a happy baby, a straddle, some kind of plow position where you do all the foldy things. Yeah. It's all welcomed here. I wish you could hear Pi is snoring. Maybe I'll do some cat ASMR. I don't know if you could hear it. Hi, Auntie. All right. Settle into your very last shape. Down into Shavasana we go. Even if a lot of this class was a wash and you felt worked, let this be the most important piece, the piece that matters the most. Shoulders root underneath you. Breath finds a natural rhythm. Now let your next breath get a little bit deeper, a little more intentional. And instead of bringing yourself up or creating a lot of movement, all I want you to do is bring your left hand onto your heart and your right hand onto your belly. Feel your heartbeat and feel your breath rise and fall, knowing that this is home. Friends, thank you for your trust. Thank you for your time. It is an honor to move your body. Thank you for that privilege. I hope to see you again soon. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday and a wonderful rest of your week. I will be teaching tomorrow for Carson Calhoun's online programming. And then, yeah, that's it for the rest of the week. I'll be dropping some recordings though. Oh, good. I love wrecking you, Stephanie. It's really one of my favorite pastimes. I'm feeling very sweaty, under booby sweaty. So I call that a success. Pi has not moved. So that's also a success. Pi. Yeah. I just want to kiss the head. Oh, big stretchy paws. Oh. Right, we get to have a little fun rainy day together, Pi. Lucky us. Thanks, Lauren. Hope you had a blast. Get back into that bod after the tough move. Thanks, Kareen. So glad that you're here. Thanks, Shayla. Oh, yeah. This is basically my plan for the rest of the week. Just curl up in some sort of basket and be a bug. Be a bug in a rug. And I hope you do the same. Thanks, Alejandro. Yeah. You know, doing all the work and stuff, it's important, but also rest is very important. So I hope you all take time to rest this week. Move and eat intuitively and in a way that honors you. That's all I could hope for. And I'm always here if you guys have questions or if you're unsure at the moment and want to reach out to me later, that's cool. I think I have paint in my hair. I don't know. Something's going on right there. But yeah, I love you all so much. Thanks, Beatrice. Sending love to you too. I feel so lucky. I feel like the luckiest person in the world. My friend Meryl says, I love that you hold your microphone like a delicious cracker. Somebody once thought that I was just holding an Oreo and I was just like eating Oreos while I taught. Yeah, my arms are feeling buff because we're doing all that shoulder shit. Also, I be doing them privates. Been trying to get my handstand game up. It's over for you bitches once I get it. It's over. I will be upside down and all around. All right, my beautiful darlings. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to shut down shop and start to prep my house for some visitors and clean and do some laundry. So I'll see you guys soon, okay? I love you.